everything can change in a moment. That's what happened in the Neolithic revolution to our psychology. And it happened in the mind of one person, the first ADON. This is his story. Hi. When the first fish came out of the water around 400 million years ago, a pristine ecological niche opened. There was rapid evolution, biodiversity emerged, really founding branches in the tree of life came into existence. The same happened with us humans, with the explosion of the Neolithic revolution, a period of a few thousand years beginning around 12,000 years ago. Change took place in all of the environments of which we are a part. There was a climatic change due to the end of the last ice age, food was scarce, and our technology developed immensely, with agriculture, the invention of pottery, use of different metals, and much, much more. With that, our societies and cultures changed. We moved to permanent settlements, the place of the family grew in importance in our self-identity, women were confined to the house, it's very important. Our thought developed, became more abstract in the way we made art, in the way we thought of mathematics, and later on with the invention of writing. For the first time we saw storage of food, at times abundant, and at times even excess of food. All of this led to new social roles like priesthood, kinghood, organized religion with very dominating male gods, and after that slavery and warfare with man-made destruction and at times annihilation. I've added some videos in the description box below showing all of these processes. In the frame of thought of psyntegration, I am researching the role of our human psychology in these processes, and I see a critical point here in the early Neolithic, a leap in the evolution of our psyche. I believe it started with a single person, like many, if not all, of the shifts in our knowledge and structure, and I call him the first ADON. ADON is an ancient word with Phoenician and Mesopotamian origins, meaning in the beginning master, father, the first man, and later on becoming one of the names of the many gods in the Fertile Crescent. Monotheistic religions, Judaism, Christianity, Islam, adopted it as the name of the one God, Adonai, Adon Olam. And in the Greek mythology, it transformed in the beautiful story of Adonis. In today's modern Hebrew, the word is still used as master, sir, and so forth. Now let's try and imagine the first ADON. He is a wise man with many capacities, assigned to a relatively new role at the pinnacle of our human evolution and existence. The building of monuments at the massive gatherings of distant clans. If you haven't seen the last video, you're very welcome to catch up now, because these egalitarian monuments are described there in some detail. These were unprecedented procedures with so much planning and logistics and cooperation needed, the purpose of which was known to all. It was a celebration of our collective effort, novelty, development, a celebration of our egalitarianism with much enjoyment to all. The purpose was always collective, a holding, containing, organizing purpose. A small conflict between individuality and communality always existed, but our societies and cultures contained it and tamed it. With the Neolithic, the change and development in technology was paralleled organically by changes in our societies, cultures, and psychology. But in the psychology of the ADON, a new kind of a conflict takes place, and at some crucial point it passes a threshold never passed before, and a new link, a new thought, a new fantasy comes to existence. This is a fantasy with no measure, untamed by morality or custom. This is a fantasy solely focused on the individual. I call this the big conflict or mega fantasy. All of the fantasies and conflicts until now were contained and repressed by the environments of which we are a part. None has matured in this way. The ADON is the first man to face his inner conflicts alone. For the first time, the focus of fantasy is solely the individual, with no attachment to the collective, segregated from the communal frame of thought. And not only that, in the fantasy, the collective is being manipulated to the benefit and the profit of the individual. The ADON is created, the first priest and king, the first egoistic person in history. And unfortunately, it works. It worked so well that the same social structure created back then exists with us today. We've developed so much in our technology and in our knowledge, but still they were always used by the ADON of the time to maintain this social structure and to fixate the evolution of our psychology. Now, around every ADON there are 99% of commoners. And in the coming conversation, we'll be looking into the evolution of the psychology of us, commoners. So we'll end here today. Thank you very much for watching. Please make sure to press like, subscribe, share, comment. Let's integrate all this together. Bye.